Tiger. I've been fucking around with all sorts of bullshit. I've been fucking around with bad weather to start. The weather's been shite. So today's okay. Oh, my nuts ache. My computer setup has been a real issue since I started doing this, because I've never done any editing before this malarkey, so I've never really needed to be too considerate about what PC it is that I've got, what RAM I've got, what graphics card and all of this. It's never been a consideration until now, when you need that kind of extra kick of performance to be able to cope with the sort of demands of the whole editing process. So I'm in the process of, I'm not building a PC, that would be completely wrong. I guess I'm sort of refurbishing a system. I'm not building it from scratch, just kind of there. It just needs a few bits replacing, this, that and the other. But I wanted to nip out. I got nowhere to go. The weather's just half decent, as you can see by this convoy of bikes up here, all light choppers, none of them clearly gonna nod at me. So the weather's half decent. I put a video up about vlogging and my initial kind of thoughts on it, really, and I kind of mentioned one of the other bigger vloggers in that video, Smo, and he kind of picked up on it and he did a response about my kind of thoughts and this, that and the other, and it was really quite good to hear, in the sense of no one does anything to kind of think, right, this isn't going to work. You know, you set out with the best intentions, don't you? You sort of set out and go, right, I'm going to do this, it's going to work, it's going to be good, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. And I tried not to have too much expectation, but I guess you're going to always have preconceptions of anything that you do. You know, you're going to expect something from it to a degree, whether they're high expectation or low expectations. There's always going to be something that you sort of think, well, I thought this was going to happen, I thought that was going to happen. But yeah, it was really nice to hear Smo's thoughts on it, really. Did a lot of things, and I get a lot of what he was saying, basically. And he sort of shed light on a few things that I hadn't really considered. And I say it's quite nice, because he's kind of gone from starting out to God, people don't like nodding. They're everywhere, look, boys and girls. Yeah, so he kind of started out as, you know, at the beginning, like everyone did. Where else do you start, for fuck's sake? But has now got a decent number of followers, and yeah, it's kind of a nice, it's just nice to hear what his thoughts are. So firstly, I just kind of wanted to say, and I've thanked him anyway, but, you know, just wanted to say thanks for, effectively, you know, he's taken out the time, the effort to go out and record something, edit it and put it all together, and yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been fucking around with my computer setup at the moment, because it's just not been like, it's taken me on my laptop, which is what I've been doing it on thus far. I appreciate everyone's going to use different systems, and some of you guys watching this won't edit videos, so some of this is just going to come across as just nothing, basically. But the system I use, which is Sony Vegas Pro, it has, so my laptop can't cope with 60 frames per second. The playback on it just can't hack it. You try and watch the playback and it's jittery and all sorts of shit. It just won't work. So I've gone back to 30 frames per second, which is fine. It, you know, I think my quality of video is decent enough. So I've gone back to 30 frames per second, but part of Sony Vegas Pro that I use, you have a preview window. So when you're making your edits, you can then look at them and sort of preview it and say, okay, well, I've cut that at the wrong point, or I've done this at that, whatever, and you can just see what you're doing as you go along. And on mine, because my laptop can't quite cope with it, it's really sort of, that preview window is quite jittery. Oh my days. Fucking dead flies. So yeah, that element of it, which is quite an important element if you think about it, because you don't want to render it, i.e. finish it off and done and dusted, and then realise that that bit's rubbish, or that needs changing, or this, that and the other. So you want to get it right before kind of even got to that point. So that kind of limits me somewhat, and takes me a lot longer. The biggest thing is rendering. It takes me a bucket load of time. For a, I don't know, 8-10 minutes worth of footage, it takes me 8 hours. It takes a shed load of time. And all I do is I just go off and leave it, you know, I'll leave it on overnight and it'll just carry on doing what it's going to do. But obviously that as a process is ridiculous. I've remounted the camera in a different position, I've changed the mic into a different position, because I just can't find my happy place at the moment. I need to find my happy place. So I've been fuffing around with all of that, which the long and short of is that I just haven't really kind of captured anything, basically. This is Savanac Forest, which is unfortunately the site of a bit of a tragedy. Don't be a fucking dick. Oh, you're gonna be a dick. It's fucking busy! So you can probably see from the video we have done so far, I've effectively just got new levers. Again, eBay specials, like £6 or something. I'm struggling with them, how small they are. They do a similar design but with a rounded mirror, and I'm tempted by them. And they've got red ends, which is quite nice because it just ties in with the red. That's just a phone holder, nothing exciting. So just an R&G tail tidy, which tidies up the arse, and then the arrow, which isn't as loud as the conic. You know, I watch Schmo's videos and you can just hear it banging and popping away like a nutcase, but it's what I'd already sorted out basically, and I tried to change it, but it's alright. It does. If you get it on the downshift it will pop, just not as much. So yeah, but other than that, kind of as was, just fucking dirty. He's a bloody good scrub. See, anyone hear that? Who's going? Who's going? Who's going? Fuck it, I'm going. This is a bike car. Give him a nod. Nothing. Right, guys. Bonsoir.